It all comes down to this, guys. Welcome to the final episode of RollPlay R&D Dungeon World. The next time you see us, we will be playing a new game, but we got to finish this one up first. Welcome to the rest of the cast and our GM, and of course, Ryan guesting once again. Welcome back to the show.
Hello.
I guess we'll start with you, Ryan, because I've got something that I'm a little bit upset with in regards to you, because it's your fault.
Oh,
It's my fault.
It's your fault.
I've been teaching you bad Counter-Strike tactics.
I deranked because of you.
You keep going to banana, and you keep rushing banana. And
Ryan, I deranked because of you.
snap.
What are you gold 2 now?
Gold 2.
Oh.
You know.
It's all
I'm
those
gonna
games we
take.
play.
I'm gonna take that blame, and I'm gonna put it on the rest of the teammates that were with us.
Are you sure his roll herpes aren't like moving towards Call of Duty?
They're infesting.
Oh, Call of Duty. That was a good one, Maggie.
Oh God. So yeah, I deranked last night. Have you played it all since we last played?
I haven't, man.
Okay.
But for the viewers and you guys also, I've only been playing CS for like a week, so it's not like I'm whatever.
Yeah,
I'm a noob.
that's true. That's true. What else you been up to?
I watched Prometheus last night.
You like
How
it?
was that?
It's a good
Everyone told
movie.
me it was so bad, so I never watched
I think
it.
it was pretty good. I
I loved it. Like
I liked it too.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
I
you
thought it
guys,
was great.
don't do this to me.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to
Don't
go
do
watch
this to me, roleplay
Wait, did you hate it?
Oh, I know Steven probably hated it,
team.
right?
Oh my god, you guys.
Okay.
Well, my friends who have like the same interest in movies as me say that they didn't like it, so I was like, maybe I won't like it either. But I figured I would check it out someday.
My girlfriend stopped watching halfway through. She was like cursing every time something scary happened, and it was just like she was done with it halfway through. But I liked it a lot.
Huh.
I
It's
could tell
scary?
Steven is
doesn't
just
Yeah,
like
seem
it
that
has-
scary.
It has scary parts in it.
I haven't been afraid of a movie for
I
like
guess it
forever.
does. Yeah.
There hasn't been a scary movie in a long time.
I'm easily entertained, so that's my
Yeah.
excuse.
What was Ryan? This is kind of off topic, but have you seen Cabin in the Woods before, Ryan?
No.
You should watch it.
Okay.
I think
This one
that
I
would
can
be a
get
good
behind.
date night movie, and I think both of you
See,
would enjoy it.
I feel like I really don't. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds like a hokey, like a campy slasher flick.
Kind
In
of.
the
best
but it's
way
actually
possible.
really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a send up of campy slasher flicks.
All right.
Um,
I'll check it out.
You know, did you ever watch Buffy and Angel back in the day?
No.
Okay, well then you have. I can't relate it to
I
you
have.
at all. Yeah, yeah. If
Isn't
you,
that cheesy?
I know what it is.
but it's made by Joss Whedon, and it's in the same like style of humor
Totally
as both of
awesome.
those shows,
Yeah.
and it's really
Joss
good.
Wheaton. Good man.
It's really good. And your
All right,
girlfriend will
JP,
probably be scared.
You've earned yourself a reprieve.
Yeah, no, I had to fix that. I had to fix that. 'Cause I didn't
Ryan's
think
going
Prometheus
down,
was
though.
bad.
I still stand by Prometheus was entertaining.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Entertained.
It was pretty good. You finished South Park up? I watched the end of the stream.
I did.
Did
did.
did I deliver? Did I overhype the second half of that game, or was it on point?
No, it was on point. It was on point, and it's like they do such a good job of, and I know spoilers, don't worry about it, but they do such a good job of like making you realize what you're about to do before you actually do it. That is the art that they mastered, because it's as bad as you imagine it's going to be. It's great. I loved every second of it. It was really good. Other than that, I'm excited for today's session, and I haven't. I've eaten some good things too. So it's been a good
how's
week, you
Plated
guys.
been going? I've
Plated
seen
is
actually your
awesome.
wife tweeting a lot of the pictures.
Dude, you know what's great is that it comes in and then so Jen's like, which ones do you want? So there was this udon that was tofu and mushroom, which I like, but I'm like, I'm a growing boy. Mini Wheat's a growing boy. Like, we need some protein. I said, throw some chicken in there. So Jen, like, she braised some chicken and then and some hoisin sauce and put that on top of it. It's good
So
stuff.
hungry now, Weeds.
Yeah,
Stop
man.
it.
I'm sorry. It's good. JP asked. I was going to leave it at
Yeah,
like
no.
ate some good stuff, but
Oh no.
yeah. The week's been good, JP.
On the topic of food, last night I had I buy these grass-fed sirloin steaks. I think I've told you about them, but this one I tweeted a picture, and it's completely lean. Like there was no fat at all on this piece of meat, which is how I actually prefer a lot of the steaks that I eat to be trimmed that way. But it was like one of the best steaks I've ever had. So if you guys have never had grass-fed beef, try it. It's not that expensive compared to regular meat. It's so much. It tastes so much different and so much better, in my opinion. Try
Way
it out.
cheaper than going to a restaurant getting a steak of the similar quality. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
You
I
cook
think
yourself a good steak.
I had a steak probably like that big, and it was like maybe $9, and it was like restaurant quality. And I'm not a fucking good chef. It took 3 minutes to cook, so you can do a lot with a little when it comes to grass fed. So, Steven, what have you been up to? What have you been eating?
So like there was a front page post on Reddit a couple days ago about Mexican breakfast.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, and it was mine, motherfucker.
And it's front page, bitches.
Yeah.
No.
I saw those.
Yes.
All the breakfast
Chilaquiles.
posts. Yeah.
It's like you take tortillas, fry them in oil,
Oh, yeah, I
cook them
saw
in
that.
salsa, and then put eggs on top of it with some refried beans on the side. I made that shit. Oh, it was good. It was way better than I expected because I was like, what? It's just like you're
Damn.
eating salsa. Like, what is interesting about that?
Do
oh,
you
it was
put
so
the
good.
chips in like last, so it's still crunchy and not soggy?
Mine was pretty soggy, honestly.
Yeah.
Like the recipe that I read was like, put the chips in and then just like let it simmer for a while. And I was like, okay, so it was pretty soggy, but it had this like, it was sort of like a pile of kind of mushy salsa stuff. Like it doesn't sound good, right? I looked at it. I was like,
The
I don't know,
sogginess.
this is-
I mean, it's not bad, but I would think
Right.
you'd put them in last, so it's crispy.
and I also made some homemade refried beans, so that was a good.
How do you
good
make
addition.
what? Is it just smashed up beans that you then cook again?
It's really simple. It's like a huge amount of butter, and then you put a can of beans in there, and you smash them up, and you add some onions and some cumin and cayenne
Oh,
pepper,
okay.
and that's it. And then it's just delicious.
I never knew how. I thought that just came from Taco Cabana. I thought that's how it was made. I
Yep,
didn't never
yep.
know that you can make it yourself. So maybe I'll try that one day. Maggie,
So,
are you hungry
that's
yet?
it.
I'm starving now. It's lunchtime already. I'm gonna go. See you guys.
There you
I
go.
gotta go get some noms.
There you go. What have you been up
I
to?
thought the only interesting thing that I've eaten is like 5-layer cheese lasagna with a giant meatball.
That's pretty
That's
good.
about as interesting as my meal got. Otherwise,
pretty
I'm boring
interesting.
because I'm always trying to be healthier.
That doesn't sound very healthy.
That's not. That was my cheat day. But other than that, just like gaming, doing that thing, trying to catch up on all this stuff in EverQuest 2 because I'm a little bit behind. So I've been playing a lot of that because now I'm the community manager over there. And I personally feel like if I work on a game, I want to like know everything about it. I want to be the subject matter expert for it. So downloading all the stuff from the past 6 months that I haven't really been playing through.
Maggie, don't you
Nice.
know that game developers can never understand their game?
And it's funny to me that people like lots of gamers think that about developers, and it's a lot of times to me it's like the things that you guys are thinking a lot of the times where you're saying, hey, I want this, I want that. The developers already like they want that too. It's already in the backlog, but it's just resources,
Amen.
times, assets.
Things
You have-
take time.
Yeah, things take time, and it's so hard to explain that to people. And you're like, be patient, and they're like, I've been patient. It's been a year. It's like, well, there's other things that are higher priority,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have to look at like a whole player base. Like some people will ask for something and it only hits like 1 or 2% of the player base, but you're like, but we can be making all these huge changes that affect all of the people, including you. So it's
Sounds like you're talking
we're
about
not
Twitch.
we're not trying to juke you out of stuff, guys. We're really just trying to make awesome games, and we're doing our best.
What is the health? A lot of people in the chat are asking, what is the healthy stuff? What is the
healthy
healthy
stuff?
food?
Um,
Are we talking like rice and that's like 4 times a day, or like what? What's the healthy stuff?
4 times a day.
Oh, she can't. She was gonna divulge.
That
some
was it.
secrets.
Yeah, she.
what just happened?
I don't know, man. I started.
You
asking-
decided that you wouldn't tell us what you
I
were
mentioned
eating.
healthy
NSA.
food, and the gods that be were just like, "Fuck that! You can't."
Make
What
sure
the
you
heck?
record
Did
this.
you kick me or something?
No, man. I didn't.
No, like it just went down and then it came back up. I don't know. Like organic foods, salads.
Sounds pretty.
I would get
fucking
protein, but it just
hungry.
depends.
Or
Like
good.
I just making sure I'm eating the right amount of calories for like what I'm doing. Because sometimes I'm just sitting around all day, and I'll just like be eating junk food and crap that I shouldn't be eating, or way too many calories and I'm not burning them, like that kind of stuff. It's just so because I don't want to be fat.
Gotta get some almonds. Just eat almonds.
I drink almond milk. I don't know if that counts.
Does that taste good?
I like it. I think I like the aftertaste.
Wait,
Like I don't know how to explain
what is
it.
almond? Is it milk that's been like filtered through almonds? Or what the fuck?
Yeah,
is
they sit
almond
there and they
milk?
milk the almonds. JB.
Like, what is almond milk? No, I'm actually genuinely curious now. I'm googling it
Okay.
because you don't know what it is. You can't tell me where it comes from or how it's made.
Apparently, you can make it yourself.
Unlike animal milk, almond milk contains neither cholesterol nor lactose, and it does not contain any animal products. So wait, where the fuck does it come from? This shit. I mean, we gotta know.
I don't
It's
know.
when you grind up almonds. There's like
Yeah, I think you just.
liquid inside of them, and then you strain
Yeah.
it out. You strain
It's
out the
kind of like
almond.
coconuts. You know, they have milk inside of them, kind of thing.
I should try some.
GP's
almond
like,
milk.
no, this cannot be happening.
Welcome
I don't know.
to
I like
RollPlay
almond milk, and I get it unsweetened. I don't like extra sweetened. I've been trying to avoid sugar in general, but yeah.
Yeah.
Probably the worst thing for me is Red Bull. I drink way too much of it,
Oh,
and
man,
I've been
energy
trying to cut it, but it's just so hard. That's probably the worst thing for me. But
You should- I
I
think-
haven't been drinking any caffeine in any other form or anything like that.
I'll
so.
backseat life you some more. I think 5-Hour Energy is like the best energy drink that you can drink.
I hate the taste of 5-Hour Energy. It's so gross. But I guess
Well,
you
you're not
just have to
supposed to
shot it.
enjoy it. Yeah, you're just supposed to shoot it. And it actually gives you like real fucking good energy, even if you're a caffeine junkie. Yeah, Monster Refresh is probably the best tasting
DJ.
energy drink, but it doesn't have any energy in it.
This
Yeah,
isn't refresh.
feel
I
like-
know.
This is
I'm
the-
just saying Refresh is the best one. That's like
I
probably
like
like
the
the
lemonade.
supercharged.
I like the lemonade one the best.
Yeah,
out of all
that's
of
the Refresh. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I like the most out of all the monsters. But I definitely feel like I drink that and it's just like another drink. Like I don't feel like I
exactly.
get like super energetic from it or anything like that. Whereas Red Bull, like I will drink one and I'll be like awake for like 12 hours later, and I'm like, that's
Damn.
not what I intended to do.
I wish I had.
Dude,
I wish I.
I
still had
drank
that
so
effect.
much Red Bull. I drink one that puts me to sleep.
Yeah,
Like that's
I'm
how
kinda
much
same
I've
way.
drank. By the way,
Yeah,
can I just?
I don't drink that much. People just see me drinking a lot, but it's like it's really not that much.
I wanted to quickly mention because a lot of people have said wheat, where's the beard, and I actually lost a bet with Ryan. And last week I was certain his character was going to die. We said, all right, whoever's right or whoever's wrong has to shave their beard. I lost to Ryan. He stayed alive last week, and so you
Yeah.
can blame it on him.
Dang.
Wait, so if
Yeah, people were saying you look really young, Marcus. So they're
don't
like
I?
you look 10 years younger. So bam.
He sent me the beard clippings in the mail, and my beard ate the leftover beard.
Oh my
There can
god!
only be one.
He like
That's what-
glued it
God.
onto his
My
face.
beard, like to continue this conversation, like that's what my beard had to eat this week. You know, since we're all talking
That-
about what we
okay.
had.
That's
pretty
fucking
good.
hilarious.
see.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Well,
Okay.
I was gonna say Maggie will probably know, but like Kill La Kill is one of my favorite animes I'm watching right now, and her when she defeats someone, she sucks up their life threads, and all I could imagine was the beard threads sucked
Ryan
up.
just goes
someone
like
needs
this.
to make a,
Right,
like
pulls it out.
you know how like what's the number one headband, that kind of thing, but do it with like number one beard anime. That'd be
Should.
cool. Do it, somebody. You'll make millions.
You should.
That's
Ryan, you want to make a new bet?
What's that?
I'll shave if I die, but if you die, you have to shave.
What are you gonna
What do you
shave?
say?
Your hair? Your crotch?
No, right here, right
Like
here.
what's
I'll shave
happening
this.
here?
The only
shit.
thing is, I'm doing a 24-hour stream next Friday, and I'm saving it for like a milestone.
Oh,
Ah, nice. So you're like, if
Good
you
man.
hit X, you're gonna shave.
Yeah.
Okay.
okay. You can
Nice.
keep it then.
Okay.
You can keep it.
Now I'm trying to imagine Ryan without a beard.
He looks really young.
Yeah,
He looks like
it's-
he's 10 years old. Like, I'm not even
I've
joking.
seen Wheat without a beard before.
I'm like a child without a beard.
Yeah.
I have a baby face.
Yep,
Aw.
he does. He does. By the way, the basic method to make almond milk, we're going back to this, at home is to run soaked almonds in a blender with water and any sweeteners, then strain out the almond pulp with a strainer or cheesecloth. We can also blend almond butter with water and sweeteners.
Yeah, so
There you
that
go.
makes sense.
Is it good? I've never had almond milk.
I
before.
like almond milk, and I don't even get it sweetened. Like other people were saying, like it's good sweetened, but I don't get it sweetened. I just get it normal. I mean, the initial taste doesn't taste like anything. I mean, it's like, you know how milk has that weird milk taste? It's like
It does
drinking
have a
milk,
weird
but
taste.
It's like
without
the
a milk
lactose taste,
taste.
isn't it?
It's like
Yep.
drinking milk without the milk taste. It's like nothing, and then at the end you have like this weird aftertaste that's like almondy. And if you like almonds, it tastes delicious. It
might
leaves like
try
an
that.
after effect of almonds in your mouth.
I might have to put salt in it because that's the only way I can eat almonds, though. The salted almonds.
No, don't put salt in it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sure salted milk's probably not too bad.
JP, you gotta salt the rim.
Oh, there you go. Now you're living
Yeah.
classy.
Yeah.
That's something Plated.com can get behind, I bet.
That would taste so gross. I'm imagining drinking almond milk with like, yeah, gross. No, JP,
Be
don't
pretty
add
nasty.
salt.
That'd be
Don't do
pretty
that. That
good.
sounds nasty.
You know, I had, speaking on food, I had cereal today, Kashi cereal that had raisins and quinoa in it. And like
Oh,
some,
no.
some other stuff.
That's not
It
for
was
me.
awful.
I'll tell you that.
No, it was actually, I was really surprised. It was actually really good. I was expecting to fucking hate it. And it was good. You don't like the quinoa, Ryan?
Dude, you know
You
that
not like the smell?
You ever see that beer commercial where they have the quinoa burgers and the guy's like, "What's this?" and but his team won last week, so he throws one on the grill anyway, and he's like, "What's that?" And he's like, "It's a quinoa." Or, he doesn't know how to pronounce it. Like I relate to that
Quinoa.
commercial. Yeah, like I had it one time. My girlfriend made it, and I told her to not make it again.
Huh.
But at the same time, like I'm pretty junk food heavy.
It definitely has a unique smell to it.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of people don't like. But
I'll pass.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'm like pass.
Okay, so
yeah. Let's jump into the actual show.
yeah. So last time, the most important thing that happened, and awesomest, is that JP had a one-on-one battle to the death against the High Priest Haptef amongst the bones of the dead dragon Cathrist. And JP took some serious hits, but he turned them through his... What's your move called, JP, that turns them into debilities?
It is called Bloody Aegis.
Yeah. And what were the debilities you took?
I took Scarred and
oh god, that's right.
I took Sick.
Yeah. Let's see. I need to double check here.
Oh shit.
They're just -1 rolls, but I'm sure they have like actual elements.
It's gonna be crazy.
Roleplay
Giant
elements or whatever.
dragon.
26
skeleton dragon.
debilities. I want to just double check and make sure that you are actually applying a -1 to the roll.
Yeah, it says -1 next to them on the character sheet. So
Gives you a
So are you
-1 to that ability's modifier. Yes. Yeah.
Are you gonna change the way that you were rolling for the monster attacks? Because I know you were
Yes.
talking about that earlier. Maybe you might want to
So,
explain that to people too.
Someone on YouTube was like, "Oh, they're doing it wrong." And every time I see that, I'm like, "Okay, let's see what this guy has to say." And he was like, when it says best of 2d6 damage, you don't roll 2d6 twice and take the best of that. You roll 2d6 and take the best of the 2d6. So all of the fights that they've been having with monsters that
Oh
roll
my
2 dice,
god.
We would
they
be
should have
dead.
been taking way less damage.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, because the gelatinous cube was dealing 1d12.
see,
Oh.
I read that and I was just like, even if that's true, we're playing like a death trap version of this game. So I was like, I'm totally fine with it.
Yeah, we've been surviving it anyway.
I can't believe you guys have been surviving so well against like double damage from some of the monsters you've been facing. So that's
Yeah, when
awesome.
people were taking like 8, like I think one time I took 14 damage. I was like, holy crap, that's like
Yeah.
almost all my health.
Oh, that's great. So
That's crazy.
at the very end of last session, we saw the great dragon, the great Dagron, the great dragon Cathrist
Dagon.
reconstitute himself, his bones clattering together in the shape of his massive skeleton. He looked down at Rock standing in front of him and said, "So, little man, you've killed my high priest. Now what should we do?"
And so he's just sitting there waiting for a response. What's
So,
the high priest's like body? Is it just on the ground?
Yes, I want to paint the picture for you all a little more clearly.
Paint the picture.
Boink.
Whoa.
Come join me in Roll20.
Wow.
You should see this massive, massive room. So down in the south, there's these large double doors. There are 6 salamanders and 1 undead salamander standing up there with Magnus, Lord Wyman, Lobelia, Quellum, Hyam, and Radis, and Rock is down in the center of that green ring on the floor, facing down the great dragon Catharist, who is truly massive. His head is probably like 8 feet long. It's the size of his head is the size of a horse. His body, like everything, is about 50 feet long. Each of these squares is 5 feet, if you need a little reference.
All right.
So what we see here,
Wow.
the gray line around the edge denotes the large balcony that runs all the way around the edge of the room. On the right-hand side, on the balcony itself, there's a large statue of a salamander holding a trident. The little yellow sparkles are like chandeliers that are hanging down from the ceiling at various heights and stuff. So like the entire ceiling is lit with this like pleasant yellow glow that's lighting this entire chamber. The red dots that are rimmed in black are 8 flaming braziers that are pouring fire and smoke into the atmosphere. And the dark dots, are large, sort of like rugged rock columns that are just carved out of raw rock, very rough hewn. Lots of angles and edges and stuff poking out all over them, and they go all the way up to the ceiling, which is probably 100 feet high in the center, sloping down to 75 on the sides, that sort of thing. At the very back of the room is a huge sort of cavernous entrance where the ground floor wall has been blown inwards and has scattered the area with debris and rubble. Littering the floor all over the place, there are small piles of bones, and the entire floor is coated in bone dust. Catharist looks down at you. Let's see. And he says, as we heard at the end of last session, he says, "You have slain my high priest. What shall I do with you now, little man?" What do you do, Rock?
Do I still have control over, I think I called him Albert or something stupid.
I don't know that you
Yeah.
gave him a name, but that's awesome. Yes, you do still have control over Albert.
I think that's what I call it. Maybe I'm just making that up. I remember seeing that
It
somewhere.
was something like that. I remember.
Awesome.
And like, if I look out of the corner of my eye, can I see the 6 salamanders that escorted us in?
They're behind you and up on the balcony, but yeah, if you look back behind you, you can see them.
Okay, and they're just like, what are they? How are they reacting to this?
They're visibly shaken by the resurgence of Catharist. They are holding fast around the other party members. All of them are grasping their tridents a little more closely to their chests. Some of them have them pointed in the direction of the Great Worm. They don't look hostile to Lobelia, Lord Wyman, and Magnus.
Well, they said that if he defeated the high priest, that they would join us, right? They'd come with us.
Those were the terms of the arrangement.
So what say you, Rock? What shall
I'm
we
still
do?
collecting information. In the center of this room, we also have it was his heart, right? That when we walked in there on
His
something
heart-
on a platform or something.
His heart was resting amongst the bones of the dragon, and it is now floating within his chest cavity amongst his ribs,
Okay.
pulsing
We need
gently,
the heart.
slowly with a glowing red light.
Okay, and what is the question? He says, "What do we do now?"
Yes.
Like I guess Rock kind of sits there and he tilts his head and scratches his chin, and he looks back at the rest of the party and sits there and kind of just stares at them one by one, and then looks back at Catharist and he goes, "Well, what do you want to do now?"
Catharist says.
Oh God.
Catharist says, "Well, you clearly have skill in martial combat, Since you slew my high priest, it only makes sense that I appoint you my new high priest. How does that sound?
Rock just he just shakes his head side to side, very disgusted at the thought, the idea that Cathras has given him, and he's just like, I already have my god, Cathras. I shall not be serving you. You can have Albert though, and he motions up to the salamander.
Yeah, Cathras sort of like raises his head, 15 or 20 feet off the ground, towering up over you, his bones like raining down bone dust off of him. He looks into the back of the room where Albert is standing, and he says, "There is something wrong with this one." And he picks up a mighty paw, and he just waves it. And you feel this wave of energy sort of like raise all the hair on your body as it passes you, and then all your hairs lie flat again. And Albert sort of like stands straight on end on his tail, and then he just collapses to the ground, and his body immediately decomposes
At any
into
point,
a pile of ash.
does the chest of Cathras or does the heart of Cathras get closer to me?
It doesn't get closer, but it becomes more exposed as he rears up on his back limbs. It's
Tell him to
probably
come with
15
us.
feet off the ground now, as he's like waving his hand across in front of his chest.
Okay. If he exposes it, then I'm going to attack it.
Okay.
What?
Give me
Why?
a roll.
Why
How are
wouldn't
you
get
how
her
are you
just
trying to
fly
attack
us
this?
to the Beholder's Eye Mountain or something? You crazy fool!
What? Steven, what was it?
How
Oh,
are you trying to
no.
attack this? Are you trying to like jump up, climb into his bones, and then like stab the heart?
I would say I'm throwing it. Well,
You're
no,
throwing
'cause
the
that would mean
spear?
that would be a volley. That would be a bad decision. No. I'll do a jumping attack and try to stab it.
Can I stop him from attacking? Can I like interrupt his attack or like? I don't know.
You
Oh,
are
no.
very far away in the back of the
Yeah.
room on the balcony.
Can I like jump onto one of the chandeliers and like acrobatics get to him?
I don't think you can do that in time to stop the attack, but if you want to burst into motion, then you certainly can.
Before I jump
So-
up, I'm gonna take what is the? I'm gonna take Nightblade and
Okay.
like grab it by the blade and throw it towards the party.
Oh, okay.
And when I throw that, I say, "Wyman, you own me a song. Make sure you get out of here alive." And then I go and strike at the dragon.
All right, you leap into action, throwing Nightblade over behind you. It lands on the floor next to this like bottom left brazier that's burning, skittering to a halt. You leap, doing like a running dash, trying to jump off of the dragon's knee in order to get up into his chest and stab at the heart. Make a defy danger roll with dexterity in order to see how quickly you're able to get through this guy's bones.
Well, I guess this is how it begins.
Oh
Or
no!
perhaps how it ends. Well, at least we got something.
Not bad. Okay. So let's see here. Defy danger. 7 to 9, you stumble, hesitate, or flinch. I'll offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice. Okay. You leap up onto his knee, and he waves his hand, and Albert immediately stands up straight, and he notices that you're trying to like climb him, and he immediately starts like contorting his body, and all of his ribs sort of compress together. The gaps are large enough for you to slip through, but they're not large enough to fit your shield through. If you leave your shield behind, you can get into his chest, but if you want to keep your shield, then you can't get to the heart.
Oh.
Oh yeah, totally. I go in without my shield.
All right, you drop
Oh.
your shield. It clatters to the floor. You climb up into his chest. Lobelia, do you want to swing into action?
No, I
Okay.
do not.
What,
Uh,
Steven? What is the range on my ability to be able to heal Mr. Rock?
I'm
Let
at
me
full
take a look.
just right now.
So you just
but-
have to be able to hear me.
Can I throw a dagger? I mean, if I do need to help attack at some point. Like, are we that far away that like it's not?
What's the
within-
range on a dagger?
I don't know. Let me see if I can find that somewhere.
Lord Wyman, I would say that if he can hear you, so like the range on your spells is far. I think the range on daggers is near, honestly, because I
The
don't.
dagger doesn't say anything. Like when I look at not dagger.
Well, before
Oh
I
yeah, it says
do
near.
before I do anything else, I would like to look over the ledge of the balcony and just scream to JP or to Rock. Rock! Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. I'm just gonna sing a sweet tune and heal you. I'm never gonna let you die, never gonna say goodbye. I'm just gonna roll the dice and heal you. And then
Do you currently have any damage on you, Rock?
No, I'm full HP.
What?
So you can give him plus 1d4 forward.
But wait a second. What? He didn't take any of that damage from. Okay, well then
he turned it into abilities.
Give him the plus
can
one.
I
to
heal
forward.
his abilities?
No, but you can give him plus 2d4 forwards to damage.
Yes. Well, that's what I did because I thought you were fully healed.
Awesome. So go ahead and roll your song.
Oh.
8. Awesome. Okay.
You all just got rickrolled.
That's why it was the Rickroll because you didn't need health.
Yes. Your magic reverberates to other
Perfect.
targets, affecting them as well. So your song blasts forth across the chamber, and Cathrist roars and he shouts, "A lovely tune. I think I will keep you as my court bard when I establish my kingdom." Rock, would you go ahead and roll your strike?
Yeah. So now I'm inside of his rib cage and the heart is in front of me.
Yep.
Okay. As I guess I like when I grab this thing and like go to strike down on it. As I do that, I shout, "This is for what?" Oh, I say, "This is for Willie." And I go in to stab into him.
Awesome.
So I'm rolling strength, right?
Yep. 2d6 plus strength.
Okay. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right.
XP.
So your spear clangs off of the obsidian surface of the heart as it flares bright red, and Cathrist lets out a shrieking roar, and he actually reaches into his chest and grabs you in one of his hands, and he brings you up to his face, and he says, "You've made me mad, High Priest. I cannot advise this." And then he just like winds back and throws you to the ground.
Okay.
What do you do in response?
How far away?
I'm actually going to jump into action. I'm going to take my grappling hook out and put it on one of the chandeliers and try to make my way towards him.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and give me Defy Danger Dex.
Okay.
And as she's rolling, I'm yelling to Belle like, Belle, remember that time against the high elves of the dark forest of Neberlalon when we did that one thing at that one time?
Oh, damn.
We know because we've been planning this.
Awesome. So yeah, you like totally swing from a chandelier, which also swings, and you launch yourself off the balcony with this grappling hook stuck to this chandelier, and you end up swinging all the way. What are you trying to do at the end of it?
I'm trying to go in and maybe like help Duncan out, give him some defense.
Would
Like
you roll a
distract
defend?
the dragon. Roll a defend.
Yeah.
What is that? What is the
It's
defend?
plus your constitution.
Ooh, okay. I think my constitution's +0. Let me just check. Yeah, it's +0. It's 2d6 +0?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so bad.
Oh, no.
Okay, you overshoot, and you end up landing behind the dragon's back feet,
no.
his haunches, and you land safely, there's no problem, but now there's a dragon between you and Rock, who just got slammed to the ground. And Rock, you take... Oh, I need to look this up. So hang on, before we really get into it. Dragons are terrifying. They have a lot of armor. They don't have a huge amount of health, but the big thing about them is that their attacks are messy. which means that remember how when you fought the Crystal Guardians, basically any attack you did to them just like shore off an arm or like blasted a leg or whatever?
Yeah.
Dragons are like that. When they bite you with their mouth that's as big as a horse, it tends to like shear off your arm. So that's just for reference here. You get slammed
so
to the
you know.
ground, Rock, and you take the best of 2d12 plus 5 damage.
Okay. So is
So
that
roll 1d12 plus 5 twice and take the best of that. And it ignores 3 of your armor, so you take the full
shit.
damage, except for your ring.
okay?
Still protects you.
I won't meta it because I was gonna wait and see what the roll was. But let's just say I am now stunned, so I take a debility of intelligence.
Awesome.
So it's -1 to intelligence rolls.
Yeah. Sounds good. So yeah, you're stunned for a second. Meanwhile, Cathrist, he immediately opens up one hand and he starts uttering a spell under his breath, sort of like a harsh whispering. And at the same time, his tail, Lobelia, comes whipping around and like slams on the ground a couple of times.
Lobelia, here, the rod of nullification.
And I take it, and I catch it,
I
and
want to
I
throw
use it.
Lobelia the rod of nullification.
Lobelia is quite far away now. In order to get the rod of nullification to her, you're gonna have
grabbed
to
it first.
You're gonna have to leap and like swing from the chandelier and swing over to her.
It's a good thing because that's exactly what happened in that battle versus the Dark Elves, Steven.
I remember
Yes.
it well.
Yes. So I roll to my dex, or okay.
What's your dex?
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
What's your dex?
Oh my!
Oh.
All right, Lord Wyman, you go leaping off the edge of the balcony, going ho ho, and you just immediately face plant into the ground, taking 1d10 falling damage.
Taking
Would
what?
you roll that falling damage?
1d what?
1d10.
1d10. Come on, let me have another one. You don't be a dick. Okay,
Okay.
There you go.
That's not bad.
I have one armor,
bad.
so do I
That
just take the
reduces
one?
it.
Okay.
So you've got the Rod of Terror, and you've got this. No, you don't have the Wand of Cold.
No,
That's
I
up
have.
to you
Yeah, I
now.
have.
Yeah, the one for us.
Is
Yeah,
there
okay.
any way down besides the chandelier?
Yes, along the back
What
wall there are
do you
two staircases
mean?
that curl down.
Just jump.
Okay, so
Lobelia, this tail is like slashing around in your direction. Are you trying to dodge this or what?
I'm always dodging. I get the first attack. Remember, I'm never caught off guard.
This is not a surprise situation.
Yeah, what
unfortunately.
I'm saying is like I would be dodging. Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
I would
So
dodge.
roll your Defy Danger to get out of the way of this dragon's tail as it thrashes around behind you. Oh yeah, awesome.
Nice.
Lobelia just like ducks and dodges, weaves, and like runs back and forth on her little halfling feet. And the dragon completely misses her with the tail. There's like huge clouds of bone dust that go like smashing up. Now, as he finishes speaking this spell, Rock, you feel a tingling from the spell storing ring on your finger. Do you want to intercept this spell and store it in your ring?
Totally.
All
Yeah.
right. So
Intercept
the magic
shit out of that.
the magic dissipates in the air, and the dragon Cathrist lets out a bellowing roar in frustration that his magics are nullified. And one of the garnets on your ring lights up.
Okay. I stand up and kind of like brush myself up on my shoulders and everything. I'm just like, you fucking worms never learn. You can't hurt me. You can't cast spells around me, and now you're gonna die. And I start going for his chest again.
He glares down at you and he says, "Very well, little creature. I will kill you the old-fashioned way." And his massive head darts down at you in a biting attack. Would you roll your hack and slash?
Hack and slash or evade?
Hack and slash.
Okay, so 2d6 plus 1. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to take the attack and
Very
deal an
nice.
extra 1d6 damage?
No, this is actually a dragon. Let's not do that.
Okay, roll your damage. You
So
get plus 2d4.
Okay. I haven't like said anything except for Willie. Does that count as exterminatus, or do I need to actually declare something more profound?
You can shout as you're like driving your spear home and say,
Okay. Well,
I will
yeah.
say-
I just say I will defeat you as I go to attack him with
Awesome.
this. So, D10 plus 2d4 plus 2d4, and that's
just
plus one.
Just one 2d4.
Don't I have wheats bonus?
Yes, but that's all the only 2d4.
And exterminatus gives me 2d4.
Oh fuck, dude! I
Oh,
can't
God.
believe how OP you are.
And I get plus one for my.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. What? This is a spear.
Yes.
Does a spear
It's-
give me any plus damage? Because a halberd is plus one and a longsword is plus one.
No, the spear does not.
Okay, so that's it. I don't think because I didn't want to do more damage. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
You have a soul though,
19.
right?
Holy shit! Are you expending a soul?
Wow, dude.
Oh yeah, I expend the final soul from the High Chief.
Okay. Your spear sinks into the heart of Cathris the Great Worm and pierces straight through it with huge gouts of liquid fire spewing out in both directions. It doesn't actually reach you, but you deal a huge amount of damage to this creature. That is... Yeah. He lets out a shrieking bellow and whips his hand towards his chest. What do you do?
I remove the spear and fall down to try to dodge it, like try to use the weight of whatever I have on my body to move downwards to the ground and make sure that he misses whatever he's trying to grab at his chest.
Yeah, okay. I think that's a dex. So roll your defy danger. Magnus, what are you doing in the meanwhile?
This should be good.
So,
hey, it's not bad.
because my bear obviously cannot swing from a chandelier and come down, we're going to be going down the other path
Yeah, down the stairs.
towards the dragon.
Yeah.
I want Mikhail to come up behind the dragon, sort of near its tail area, start attacking it, and I want to jump onto Mikhail and then onto Cathrist.
Cool. Okay, so you end up you go down the stairs and you're galloping across the floor on the back of Mikhail. Let me think here. So Rock, you managed to drop and avoid this guy's attack, but you are prone on the ground, lying on your back.
I start using whatever spells in the ring.
Okay, awesome.
While all of that stuff is going on, can I
Yes.
be tying the dragon's tail with the rope that I have from the grappling hook?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So like I'm dodging around and I'm like tying it, trying
This
to.
is your
get
second rope, I guess. You're going to have to defy danger as this tail lashes around in order to tie your rope around it. But go ahead and give me
All right,
that roll.
I'll try. Ryan, don't infect my rolls.
I'm gonna.
That's
Okay, cool.
That's a good, right?
That one's okay.
Yeah, it's 7 and 9. It's good.
Okay, you managed to get the rope tied, but just as you're tying the last knot, you're sort of like riding this dragon's tail as it thrashes around and tying this rope around it. As you're tying the last knot, he like slams his tail to the ground, and you just get a little bit stunned, and your wand of frost goes flying out of your pack and lands, 20 feet away over next to the north, like the northwest brazier over there.
Is anyone over there?
Breger. Ha ha ha. ha.
Oh, man.
Magnus is riding
Going old
in
school.
that direction.
Okay.
Yes.
You
so,
can't use it though because you have to be a magic user, right?
Right. So,
You could throw it
Rock,
back at
as
me.
you unleash the spell in your ring, the bones on the floor clatter together. And would you roll 1d6 plus 2?
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, I rolled really well.
Nice. 8 skeletons form themselves out of the bones on the ground and immediately launch themselves at Cathrist.
Yes.
Now,
I'm rolling so fucking stupidly.
That's awesome.
he immediately lashes out twice with his mouth and just completely shatters 2 of them. There are 6 of them left. Let's see, skeletons.
At this point, I shout to. Oh fuck! I have no. I guess I shout to the salamanders, and I say, "You serve me now. Get down here and fight for me."
They come slithering down the staircases, and Cathrist like pumps his back legs and leaps forwards across this central circle that's inscribed on the ground, stretching his massive bone wings as he leaps and goes flying to the other side of the room. Not actually flying, but just like bounding to the other side of the room, landing amongst the salamanders and lashing out with his mouth and claws. And he just like shreds two of them as they come down the stairs. They just shriek. Three of them grasp their tridents and start trying to like stab them into his legs and stuff, but they're not being terribly effective. Magnus, this guy just bounded away from you, and Lobelia, what are you doing with this rope? Are you still hanging on to his tail, or what?
Once it's tied and the knot is good to go, I'm totally moving away from his tail.
Okay. Are you keeping hold of the rope?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
so
gonna
he goes bounding off.
I'm going to tumble towards my wand.
Okay, cool. Yeah. He goes bounding off, trailing rope behind him. You tumble over towards your wand and are able to scoop it back up. Magnus, what are you doing?
I am heading over towards him, and I'm going to try and ride. I don't know if the dragon's faster than my bear, but I'm going to try and catch up to him.
Yeah.
I want to, if I can, I want to ride along beside him and then jump from the bear into the rib cage of the dragon.
Awesome. So you like make a flying leap off the back of Mikhail.
Yes.
Roll plus your dex.
Five.
Lord!
Ryan's continued streak of not having a
Them
successful
ones.
roll still
So
persists.
you go flying through the air and landing, like grasping and scrabbling against his ribcage. You manage to find purchase, and then his mouth just like veers around, dripping the boiling blood of salamanders, and it just like latches onto your arm, and he shakes like viciously, and you feel like your bones cracking as he shakes you, like whipping his neck around in the air, and then he just throws you. You take the best of 2d12 plus 5 damage.
Coincidentally, I would level up off that fail, but okay. What is it? The best of 2D?
2d12 plus 5. So just roll 1d12 plus 5 twice.
Yeah.
So that's
10,
15.
15, yeah.
Yeah, so you take
the
15
best.
damage.
No, wait,
and-
you rolled 2d12 plus 5. I thought you said.
Yeah, but he only takes the best of those 2d12, so it's 10 plus
So
5.
it's
Oh, I got you. I see.
not 3.
That's the mechanic that we weren't quite playing correctly
I
until
see.
now.
See, this is a moment where Ryan wants to roll once.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
And
right?
Ryan, he penetrates 3 of your armor, so you don't get the benefit of up to 3 armor.
Okay.
So I think you just took straight 15 damage. You go flying in the air and like land hard. You come to shaking your head, and you realize that your left arm is like shredded and hanging at your side, completely useless.
Oh, Jesus.
Cathrist turns around and he speaks a powerful word. It sounds something like Skrak Cathor, and then the entire center of the room bursts into flame. A massive wall of fire running across, like bisecting the room in two. Magnus, you're on this side with Cathrist and the salamanders. The other side is Lord Wyman, Lobelia, Rock, and the 6 remaining skeletons, who immediately, 3 of them charge into the wall of fire and get burnt to a crisp as they're trying to charge through.
Steven, I want to use Metal Hurlant at Cathrist.
Okay.
And I want to just yell at Cathrist like, your roar is mighty, but once I visited the land of these strange lizard creatures, and they taught me this roar. And then I roll
sounds terrifying.
2d6 plus 3. 10, yes!
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That's a lot
Cool.
of damage.
He's deafened and 1d10.
Yeah.
Big
Roll
money.
that D10.
Big money, big money.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
damn it.
Okay. Your mighty roar reverberates off of the room. You can actually see the walls of flame like ripple with its passing, but nothing seems to affect Catherist. He does give this roar as if he was affected somehow, but he doesn't seem hurt by it. Magnus, you look up from your back, like blood pumping out of your savaged arm, and you see Catherist stomping his way towards you with a baleful glare in his eyes. What do you do?
I shout to him, "You have taken my arm. I will take your life, or die trying." All right, so I want to. My left arm is shredded,
Yes.
so I want to. With my right arm, I want to just charge him, and try and stab again with the spear.
With one of your spears? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
you charge
I
at
traded
him.
with- yeah.
You're trying to get through like his bones to get at his heart, right?
Yes.
Okay. Defy danger as he like stomps towards you. You're like dodging his claws as they come crashing down. You're dodging his neck as it comes whipping out towards you.
Is it plus anything or just 2d6?
Well, how are you doing this? Are you trying to like just bowl your way through past his defenses? Are you trying to like dodge and weave? Are you trying to like resist by just like hunkering down in your armor or something like that?
If he came at me with like a claw or some kind of bite, I would definitely try and deftly maneuver.
Okay, so you're dodging out of the way. So roll plus your dex.
Okay. 9.
Okay, cool. Man, let me think. Okay, let's see here. I need to look at what kind of things I can do in retaliation.
While you're thinking of that, I cast
Yes.
Animate Dead on the High Priest.
Huh. Okay, cool. Roll that 2d6 plus your wisdom.
6. Can the spell still
Mark
go
that
off and I
XP.
forget it? Or is it just not go off?
It's not going to go off on a 6, unfortunately.
Do I forget the spell?
The corpse of the high priest just disintegrates when you touch it with the energy of the spell, as the strength of SDR overloads its veins.
Way to go,
And,
Rock!
He just like explodes into ash. Now,
Okay.
Magnus, you managed to like dodge out of the way of all of this stuff, all of these attacks. But as you do, you see that you had landed over near like a random pile of bones, on top of which was a book. And Cathris reached down and he grabs the book and he says, "This fight matters not, foolish mortals, for you are too late." And this book is like it's like a doll's book in his claws. And he just like, he very deftly and carefully opens it, which gives Magnus the opening to make a strike. So go ahead and make your attack, Magnus.
All right.
Oh, shit.
12.
Oh!
Oh, damn, dude. Okay, cool.
Yes.
See, he rolls well when it counts, but when it doesn't fucking matter. That's the Ryan.
Well done, lad.
That's the lore of Ryan Moore.
Roll your damage.
All right.
Now he's gonna roll shitty.
8.
See?
Oh, not
Yes!
bad. Okay, your spear darts out and scours a deep gouge in the surface of the heart. You can tell that most of the force that you put behind this was turned aside by the obsidian surface of the crystal, but you did manage to damage him. He roars, and then he like speaks a single powerful word. Let me see, Lobelia. This book looks familiar to you. It looks like one of Lady Amsel's books.
Oh, shit.
The book that she had that was all about rejuvenating and recovering
Oh, my
your
God.
lost youth.
Amsel, you bitch!
He speaks a word and like power surges throughout the room. And Magnus, you see, like, as you stand within the body cavity of this dragon, ligaments and tendons form out of nowhere and begin like stretching between bones and like wrapping around things. A couple of them actually attach to you and start trying to pull you into like the bodily creation of the dragon itself. Would you how are you trying to get out of this?
Destroy the book. We must
Okay.
destroy the book.
So tendons are grabbing onto me. I kind of just want to destroy him from the inside out. I don't really want to try and get out. I still want
Okay.
to. I want to stay in and just go for it.
Cool. Yeah, go ahead and
Oh my
make another
God.
attack then. What are those of you on the other side of the wall of fire doing?
Are there any skeleton bodies near me?
I want to throw a dagger at the book.
Did I lose animate dead?
Yes.
Okay, never
Yeah.
mind.
Sorry. The book is very far away. It's like 100 feet away from you, so it's probably outside of the range of your dagger for now. If you had a
Could
way
I do
to put
something
out
crazy? Oh, never mind.
fire, you could definitely do something crazy.
I was
Always.
gonna be like, take another grappling hook out of my adventuring pack and like hook it onto the book and pull it in.
Aha.
I just rolled a 9 for my attack.
Yes.
Okay.
Woo!
Yes.
So,
You're on a roll, man.
you strike with your spear furiously, dealing how much damage?
Are you adding your ferocity
5.
or whatever for your pet? Or no?
Yeah, make sure you're doing that.
Oh, yeah.
For
So
you and your pet.
I'd
So-
say that Misha is definitely attacking. Or
Mikhail,
Mikhail,
we-
sorry.
yeah,
Mikhail
yeah.
is definitely attacking with you at this point in time, trying to distract Cathrist. In fact, Mikhail grabs the rope that's tied onto Cathrist's tail and yanks it, jerking Cathrist off balance, allowing you to get this strike in. So go ahead and add 1 to that. Like before, most of the damage just strikes off the surface of the heart, but a very small amount does go through, and Cathrist lets out another roar. The tendons and like grasping strands of, like viscera clutch at you and pull you taut against the bones of his ribs, and now like your bleeding left arm is basically like melding into the bone of Cathrist.
Oh my gosh.
And you're
shit.
kind of stuck there now, buddy.
Oh god.
What are you guys on the other side of the wall of fire?
Lobelia, before you do anything crazy with that grappling hook that I see in your hand here, you must take the rod of nullification. You're the only one who can get from that side. I don't know what I'll do on this side with all the fire, but I'll continue to yell at the dragon and heal you as best as I possibly can.
Okay. You distract. I'll go. I take the wand. I'm gonna make my way as close as I can to them, or to
Yep.
the dragon.
Are you walking through the wall of fire, or
Is there any way to avoid the wall of fire?
if you could get over it somehow, that would avoid it? But it's a towering inferno, 12
Can I
feet small.
assist? Can't I simply assist? Lobelia can run at me. I will throw her into the air. She's
Yes,
quite
let's
small.
do
She'll
that. That
flip
sounds
over the top of the
So
wall.
Lord Wyman goes running over next to the wall of fire, and Lobelia goes running at Lord Wyman. So I'm going to say that that Lord Wyman is assisting Lobelia as making a defy danger plus her dexterity. So Lord Wyman, would you roll plus your bond with Lobelia?
Which I have one
one
bond.
Cool.
So 2d6 plus 1. Lobelia!
What's your
8!
dex?
Fair enough. So, Lord Wyman, as you stand next to this wall of fire and boost Lobelia into the air, you stumble backwards a little bit, and the flames lick against your back, dealing you 1d8 damage. Roll that for me, please.
Jesus Christ.
Everyone's like, this is gonna end badly, but it didn't that badly.
2. Okay.
2 damage.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Plus armor.
And
Wait, so
Lobelia?
how much damage? 1?
Oh yeah. 1.
Yeah. Lobelia,
Yeah.
roll your defy danger to see how your leap goes.
And does
Oh!
she get an extra? Oh, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, it would
So
have been
you
12.
go-
You're right. I would have got the +1 from you. I forgot.
Another +1, right? Yeah.
So you go flying through the air. The bottoms of your feet feel the searing heat from this wall of flame, but you clear it and you land within 20 feet of the great worm Cathrist. What are you going to do now, Lobelia?
Can I use the wand, or am I not close enough still? What's the wand's range?
I remember that the rod of nullification had a bubble
rod.
around you of like 20 feet.
So you'd have to run.
Okay, I'm gonna run at Cathrist while casting it around me.
Okay, so you run forwards towards Cathrist and you punch the button on the wand and you feel this like crackling energy expand around you out to a radius of 20 feet. as soon as you hit the ground, you activate it and you actually pop a hole in the wall of fire because you're close enough that the fire that was within the radius of your rod of nullification goes out.
And
So
I
now-
immediately run to the other side when that.
Yeah, as I see that, I go and grab my shield and walk towards it as well.
Cool. Cathris turns around and he dashes a massive claw swiping at you, Lobelia. And at the same time, he speaks another phrase of power. What do you do, Lobelia?
Gonna try to dodge, so
Okay.
get out of the way.
Roll
Well,
plus your
not get away,
text.
avoid his claw, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, cool. You can avoid the damage if you drop the rod of nullification where you are.
I'll take the damage.
Okay. Take the best of 2d12 plus 5.
Two d12
so
plus
that's-
5.
So that's
16.
16 because it's the 11 plus 5. And that's
Yeah.
3 piercing, so you take 16 damage.
What? That's absurd.
How,
His claw rakes down the front of your body from like clavicle to pelvis, and just like it just opens up the front of you, and like the entire front side of your body is just pouring blood. You can actually like feel one or two of your internal organs poking out through your flesh.
Oh, God.
You are seriously wounded, but still in the fight.
Does she? Are there any abilities or anything with that, Steven, or is it just?
Let me see. What could that be? No.
Okay.
No. It's
Okay.
not
Well,
applying.
as I'm walking, like
Wheat's like, no, please don't.
as I when she gets hit, do me and Wheat walk through the open part of the fire?
Oh yeah, you guys
That's
are
what you
like
guys
right
said
on
you
the
did.
heels.
Okay. I walk up to her and cast Cure Light Wounds.
Okay, cool.
And
Give us that roll.
Steven, can I focus Metal Hurlant?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, I would like to focus my vocal energy towards the book.
Ah, cool. Yeah, absolutely. You can choose the target for Metal Hurlant. Okay, Rock, you managed to successfully cast Cure Light Wounds. And Lobelia, your skin knits together for 4 healing. Catharist backs up, backpedaling away from the zone of nullification, and you can see that as his arm like dipped into the zone of nullification, like all of the sinews just turned to ash and fell to the ground. And he backs up and finishes speaking this incredibly strong
I
word
put up
of
the
power.
ring in front of the whatever's coming.
Okay. So you can feel that the power of the spell he is casting is stronger than the ring's ability to hold and then safely cast back. But if you allow the ring to overcharge and explode, dealing damage to you, then you will negate this spell.
Totally.
Okay. He speaks a spell, and all of you feel the flow of time begin to congeal and like slowly come to a halt. And as Rock holds out the ring, all 5 remaining gemstones, when you cast the skeleton spell, one of the gemstones went dark and turned to ash.
Gotcha.
All 5 remaining gemstones glow brighter than a sun, and it explodes. Would you take the best of 2d12 plus 5 damage, Rock?
I am now shaky.
Holy shit, Rock is impossible.
like.
And I pick up my sword and put my shield and just walk towards Cathris.
Cathris looks at you with a palpable aura of fear in his eye, and he says, "No, I have waited 60 years for this. I will not be stopped." Let's take a 3-minute break.
We'll see you guys in 3. Thanks for watching.
All right.
More roleplay R&D coming up right after this.
Peace.